So the 5 principles of terrain appreciation is really there to give you a hasty assessment and understanding of the terrain in front of you, the ground, and how to use it tactically. But now the most important part of that is going to be cover concealment. So we're going to go into this cover. And we're going to make sure we're nice and quiet, because nothing attracts attention more than noise and movement. Those are really going to be your main observation points when you're finding out what the enemy's doing. Because of course, if I move my head around a lot, they're going to see a little green spot moving in the distance, and that's a very good target. The best advice is be lazy. Don't move a lot, don't make a lot of noise, don't do a lot. And if you're going to do something, make sure your head's below cover. So the only point that we're really vulnerable now is going to be top cover. So of course, way to deal with that is going to be your helmet. If you can find a bridge or something, that can also be an idea. But we're not just thinking about what's right now. We're thinking about what's in front of us, and of course we're thinking about what's behind us. We'll come on to that a little bit later. Because Mother Nature hates us all and loves us all equally. Which means that we're going to have cover and concealment, but so are they. And it's just doing a hasty assessment of, okay, how would we get to them, but how would they get to us? What would we hide behind, but what would they hide behind? Now, when we're evaluating what kind of cover and concealment's ahead of us, a good idea is to put ourselves in the enemy's shoes. So let's say that they're advancing across this field. They're in a line formation, and in front of them is a house. Our position is behind the house. The house is in no man's land. So when we start shooting at them, if they're disciplined, if they're good soldiers, then they're going to stay down and they're not going to bunch up. But being human beings, a lot of the time they're going to bunch up. So we're just going to consider, where are they all going to run to when we start shooting at them? What cover is afforded to them? A couple of them in this case are all going to sprint behind this house, behind the wall, whatever kind of cover it is. They're going to make a great big giant target for us. So when we're setting up that line, a lot of our BARs, a lot of our mortars, a lot of our rifles are all going to be pointing behind that house, because that's where they're all going to run to. That's going to be our kind of catching feature. Also going to make another decision. Do we want the cover and concealment in front of us, or do we want it behind us? You see, of course, if it's in front of us, we're concealed. But at the same time, we're not going to see as clearly. We're going to have trees in the way, but of course that's going to be great for cover, because it means that those are going to stop the bullets. But if we're on the offensive, this is perfect, because all those obstacles, all that cover and concealment's behind us, and we've got an excellent field of fire here. So it's using these points to make decisions as to how do we want to position ourselves and what's going to be most advantageous, taking the fight to the enemy or stopping them taking the fight to us. So I want you to imagine for a second that there are tanks coming across that field. There's infantry, there's half-tracks, there's everything that we don't want. How much of a nightmare is that going to be to stop? We're going to use lots of ammunition, lots of mortars, lots of rifle grenades. How good would it be if there were trees there? It's going to block the tanks, it's going to block the infantry, it's going to make life for them way harder. And now this is the tactical implication of obstacles. Obstacles is going to be an excellent consideration, because it's going to mean that if there's loads of trees there, the tanks can't get through. Obstacles are going to be terrible for attacking through, but amazing and absolutely worth their weight in gold for defensive. So when you're at your position, ask yourself, what kind of natural or man-made obstacles are there? Do we need some, and can we make some? Can we get barbed wire? Can we lay landmines? Can we get ambushes made ready? If you use it properly, it's nature's way of helping you defend. But before we take our haversack off and start guard duty, we're thinking about what's behind us. Channels of communication. What are paths? Are they clearly marked? We don't know how long we're going to be here for. How are replacements going to get here? Is it clear of landmines? Is it clear of booby traps? Can it be seen at nighttime without using a flashlight or a candle? Because of course, if you do that at nighttime, you're completely fucked. Can it be hidden from aircraft? As planes come across, are they going to see it and shoot at it? Because behind you, there's a whole army wondering what you just did and how they're going to get to you. All these tactical considerations you got to make before you can finally say, we've taken the area.